Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January, early February 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Scorpios. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week. Talk to me, my guides. What do we got for the Scorpios, please? Yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work we can lean in on, which is always interesting. And that seems to be a favorite of the Scorpio collective. Out of all the signs, they love looking at the shadow spread. Let's get one out here for you, though, nice and quick. And I'll mention this as well, Scorpio, like, out of all the collectives, you guys have been showing up for me heavily the past few weeks. Like, I should probably do a bonus reading for the Scorpios. I mean, I guess us Scorpios look out for each other, right? So, yeah, interesting. So, I've been seeing this with all the water signs. Let's get in through this reading. This little ballerina card is intriguing because there's little layers, but with all the other water signs, they've led off with a heavy mental action this week, which isn't surprising with water. Now, before we start peeling that back, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, let's get into the reading, have a look at this card. I always find this extra intriguing because we have these two little clown ballerina girls there. One looks like she's taking a little nap, one is on a tightrope. So to me, this is a card of looking into the future, of course, like planning, thinking about what you want to do next, where you want to go, or just very active, daydreaming, imaginative type of mind, which is common with water signs. So just know in this time, if you're not planning for the future, Spirit might want you to do so, thinking of the future, what's to come, what's about to pass through, but your mind could just be extra overactive in this time. So we're gonna put our little clown friends down right here, and we're gonna get into tarot now. I'm gonna get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive, juicy stuff. So let's shuffle it one time for my Scorpios, please. Yeah, and that first card, it just doesn't dictate the whole thing. It's just a footnote. So, last week's reading was pretty positive, Scorpio. It was titled A Massive Win. Now, you know me, I like to keep the readings the titles as simple as possible. But it felt like for a lot of Scorpios, something really good was right on the horizon. So if that hasn't come in for you, hopefully it does. But you know these readings are never set in stone. Only take what hits for you, because there's a lot of Scorpios out there. But we could be seeing your energy or someone you're linked to. It's always important to remember that. Let's get 3 cards. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Please and thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the deck is being a little specific now. Yeah, there's that High Priestess energy. This could be very important. Your intuition, your gut could be trying to tell you something here, Scorpio. You might feel something in the air. You might feel it in the ether. Let's get 2 more. And out of all the signs, everyone knows Scorpio is extremely highly deep and intuitive. So the High Priestess is one of the cards that I link to all water signs, but also Scorpio. But let's get it going here. Yeah, we have the King of Wands in position number 2. What you're focusing your energy on could be really important. Your focus, what you're putting that vibe towards. Let's get 1 more. I could already tell this is going to be a very layered one because we have etheric energy, but we also have like energy of the material world. And we have the 9 of Swords on the back end. Now, Scorpio, I've seen this card so much this week through all the different signs. So let's go through. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get the juicy intuitive stuff. Position number 1, the High Priestess, as I was alluding to a little earlier, could be about intuition, energy, sensitivity. It is classically, a lot of readers link it to Pisces, but I see this as all water signs. So in a water sign reading, when we clarify her, it could be something that's coming towards you or a way you might be feeling. She is the matron of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers. That's why I say you might feel something in your gut or your intuition could be trying to lead you somewhere. Okay, you might really need to listen to what your gut is telling you here because there might be warnings or it might be leading you to something good, depending. She is also one of the cards of spiritualism, the unseen world, the etheric world, and it links into what I was seeing back here with the 9 of Swords as well, because to me, that's another etheric card. We'll get into that. Now, moving over, we have the King of Wands. This could represent a fire sign that you're linked to, older male energy, of course. If it's none of those things, when I see the King of Wands, when I see any king, they represent control of their respective suit. So the King of Wands represents his drive, his determination, the fire within. That explosive, volatile energy could be put to good use or it could be wasted. So in this time, you really want to make sure you're not wasting your energy, make sure you're not draining your energy. And I feel like for some of you, you need to hear this, especially since it's next to the High Priestess. You're going to be very energy sensitive, more than usual in the coming days and weeks. So make sure nobody or nothing is draining your energy, draining your vibe, or your empathy. You could just be feeling the feelings of others, feeling the room extra when these combinations happen. So we want to see what this is about. I mean, it could even be Spirit trying to like send you in a specific direction when we have that card. Now, moving to the very back end, you stop straightening these cards out because I'll mess with these cards all day, even if I don't need to. We have the Nine of Swords. Now, I always say this card could represent issues in the sleep state. So this could be somebody who's having trouble getting to sleep, their mind racing. This could be nightmares. Also, this is one of my cards of the paranormal. So you might be having more paranormal experiences than usual, especially with the High Priestess here as well. But to me, it's just very uptight, nervous, anxious energy. So if this isn't you, this could be someone you're linked to where they are like a mess mentally. So you really want to see what's going on when we clarify. Like, this is a wreck, it's a mess type of vibe when we see it. You see the imagery there, right? But let's just put this down because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot in the energy this week, Scorpio. Let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. I mean, these Scorpio readings always get super deep. I say that like every week. It's true. But let's shuffle it up. What do we got for Scorpio, please? And yeah, this is where I'm going to go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that High Priestess. And yes, if you're a reader yourself or you're just trying to learn, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Scorpio, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. You won't be stepping on my toes. Let's go in on this High Priestess. Why is this High Priestess here for Scorpio? Thank you. Two Cups in reverse. Yeah, this could be Spirit trying to warn you about a very particular person or who you are connected to. Okay, and I feel like this is one of two things. It could either be like an important or serious warning about someone you share an emotional bond with. You might feel like something's off with this person. Like, oh, that person's acting a little funky, or something's off with this person. Okay, so just beware of that, especially if it's something you've been feeling. It could happen. And for another portion of you, if it's not that, if it's not a warning, and seriously, that's what I'm saying, like, these energies could really take a toll. There might be somebody you're linked to that is siphoning your energy as well. So watch out for this. Like, it's like giving me energy vampire vibes. So there might be, whether they're just trying to get a rise out of you or they're causing drama, they're doing this, they're doing that, there might be somebody feeding off of your energy. Okay, so do with that what you will. The Two of Cups is usually good. It's a card of soulmates, good partnerships, but in reverse, there's like disharmony. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Your intuition really might be trying to warn you about somebody. Okay, where just something seems off about him, you might be very skeptical, or like I said, this could be somebody siphoning energy. Let's go in on the King of Wands. We're not going to stay there too long. It is what it is, all right? And I always say also that Scorpios are very intuitive. Like, if there is somebody doing all those things, you probably already know it, right? You don't need me to tell you. So let's go in on that King of Wands. Why is that King of Wands here? Thank you. Okay, yeah, full steam ahead. This feels good. So we have the star in the upright underneath this King of Wands. And for me, like a lot of you, I don't feel tons of confusion about what direction you want to go, what decisions you want to make, what goals you have. A lot of you could be full steam ahead about something. Like, all right, enough of this, I'm going for this. Like, it's go time. The star could represent an Aquarius, of course. So we have this mixture of fire and air right here in the middle, even leaching over to there. So we do still have this explosive energy, which can be very good. But when I see the King of Wands with the star in the upright, this is somebody chasing down their goals, chasing down their dreams. If this isn't something you've already identified, if you don't know what your long-term goals are, I would say, hey, maybe make a 5-year plan. Maybe put some things down in writing, what you want to do, what you want to attain, because once you do that, Spirit's going to come in and give you a helping hand, like move you along towards your goals. Don't let anyone get in the way of that as well, especially with this warning I had right here in the beginning. Don't let anybody try to derail you from where you're going and what you want to do. Like when you make a plan, and I know I don't have to tell Scorpio this, just stick to it. Don't let anybody derail you, okay? Because the star is a big card of wish fulfillment. Well, you know what you want. Deep down, you already know what you want. The result, the goals, whatever it might be, whatever it is you're watching this for, because some people watch these for only romance, some people watch it for life in general. Really define what you want to do in the next few years. Let's go in on that Nine of Swords. Interesting. I mean, we're getting like totally different topics showing up here, so only take it how it hits. Why is that Nine of Swords here? Thank you. Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups underneath this Nine of Swords. This is two main messages here to me. They're actually three messages. First off, the initial thing I was saying in the very beginning about somebody being like mentally a wreck, mentally a mess, that still feels like that could be a thing here. So just know, once again, there's someone you are connected to in some way or fashion where they're just thinking, can't sleep, having issues, like mentally, emotionally, they're a wreck. For a portion of you, this could be somebody very nervous about you leaving their life. This could be somebody extremely nervous about being abandoned by you. I'm not saying you abandon people, but this is somebody that doesn't want to lose you in some sort of way. Now, once again, I'm not a love reader. This doesn't have to be love. Another vibe I'm getting here, it could be somebody like who's nervous about the progress they've made. They feel like giving up as well. So those are the three main messages. We'll talk about it during the recap, but to me, I'm getting that vibe of someone's mind just going. Like this is somebody who's mentally a wreck over something. But let's go through and do a quick recap before we get the shadow card. In position number one, we have the High Priestess with the Two of Cups in reverse. Your gut, your intuition might be telling you that something is off with somebody you're close to, like something just doesn't seem right there. Like you're getting those red sirens, those warning signs. For a portion of you, this could be a very important or serious warning that somebody might be draining you. You might have an energetic vampire on your hands, okay? Obviously not every Scorpio, but for some of you, if you could feel that whenever you speak to someone, chill with someone, whatever it might be, you come out of it feeling drained, make sure you're protecting your energy. Moving to the center, we have the King of Wands with the Star card in the upright. Keep chasing your goals. Keep chasing your dreams. If you don't know what you want to do in the next 5 years, write it down, set those goals, and let Spirit assist you. But I don't feel a lot of you having issues knowing what you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to achieve. Don't let anyone snuff your fire out, because some of you might have somebody who's derailing you off your purpose, even if they're not purposely trying to do it. On the back end, we have the Nine of Swords with the Eight of Cups in the upright. Scorpio, this was giving me a lot of different feelings. Initially, this is somebody who was like mentally, emotionally a wreck of some sort. That's the first thing. So there might be someone that's like really throwing off the vibe. Another thing, this is someone who could be very scared or nervous to lose you or be in life without you in some sort of way. Absolutely. This can also be somebody that feels like giving up as well. So please do with that what you will. Take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card. I don't feel like this is a bad or a terrible reading whatsoever, but I mean, there's little challenges to deal with, right? Such as life, right? Life is all about the challenges and how we meet them. Let's get one shadow card. What do we got for Scorpio in the shadows, please? Let's see if it links in with the reading or if it's something different. It's in the shadows, please. And I'm using the Shadowland Tarot for this. I'm sure you know that if you watch every week. Okay, we have the Hanged Man doing some analysis, possibly. This is one of the cards I link with Scorpio in the tarot deck. Some people also link it to Virgo. So if you're connected to a Virgo, you might have some shadows with another Scorpio or a Virgo. But the Hanged Man to me is a retracted, pulled back type of card and energy. This could be Spirit really asking you to take some time to analyze something, to take a cold, hard, honest look. For a portion of you, this could be Spirit talking about stubbornness as well. Like you might be unwilling to change your stance on something. Spirit could be asking you to be a little more malleable when the Hanged Man shows up in the shadows, okay? This could also just represent something that's just sticking around, right? Something that may have happened or something that's within you that it's just there, right? For better, for worse, or for in between, there's something that's just there. So Spirit could be wanting you to like really put a spotlight on things like that. but analyzing whatever situations you're going through right now. Don't be impulsive. Take a breath, take a second, analyze it. So yeah, Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, adorable Smith Tiny Tarot. This is the deck I used in this week's readings. So if you'd like to get your hands on this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which one of the cards from this week's readings you thought was most adorable. Which one do you like the best? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.